Okay, Bet. We're just gonna go see the doctor. Yeah, right. We gotta check your levels. Gotta check your bloods. Make sure your diabetes is okay. Alright. Had to do a few reschedules here and there. And he's a little bit past due for his glucose check. And it's okay, Bat. It's alright. Yeah, it's okay. So I called, and the soonest I could get was today, which is Monday morning. Of one of the vet's earliest appointments. And it'd be interesting too, because he usually gets his test done in the evening before he's had his afternoon shot. Now he's already had his insulin this morning, and we're fortunate enough that the vet's not too far from the house. Take him up there, then I can take him back home, and then I can go to work. So I'm missing the morning session of work, which means put in sick leave. The vet's busy. That's enough, Batman. He knows when I go into reverse, I'm parking, which means he's about to get out. And he's becoming really silly about it. Well, we go in. See what the vet says and get on with the day. You ever seen a dog eager to go to the vet? He knows exactly where we are. Visit with the vet over. Total time there was half an hour. But that was a little bit of waiting time and fixing up accounts at the end and more waiting time, because they were giving me some more information about keeping track of his levels. So his blood glucose was 9. A month ago, it's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but it's been a month. It was 13.4. That was sort of on the high end of where they want them to be. He had his insulin increased a little bit, and so he's been on that increased level for a month. It's also first thing in the morning, and he's had his insulin, so it's hard to really check. Now what we're looking into is just like human diabetics, where you can get the patch disc thing, whatever goes on to you and allows you to constantly monitor your blood glucose through an app or through a little reader. They stay on for like 2 weeks. Not likely to stay on for 2 weeks with the dog, but they showed lots of photos of dogs and cats with them on. And being that he's not a massively rambunctious dog out in the yard all the time, although he's starting to get out there, but they say they last maybe a week, but that might be enough to see what his level's doing, whether they're spiking and I think that's something that we might need to really look into. You need 2 people. construction work on the road, and they made both directions stop while the big excavator was dropping its bucket into the back of a truck. The vet said, you have that thing on even if it lasts a week. That way you're getting readings of what their blood is doing throughout the day and night, before and after injections and all that sort of thing, before and after they eat. And then you can leave it for a few months. It's not like you have to keep putting it on, because if you get a bit of a picture of what it's supposed to be doing, you can have a little bit more reassurance. She said you can also buy urine test strips to check glucose levels in the urine as well. So we'll look into how much those disc things cost, because it's not a specific one for dogs and humans, but they said there is a particular brand that has been proven to work well with animals. Just got to get back to the house, get him in and settled, and get myself to work. I have year 8 after recess, so I just want to make sure I can get there in time. Four there. There's another one over on the rockery there. Looks like they're digging around where the bandicoot has been, because there are some massive holes down the back there. I had a look yesterday, day before. Don't you go scaring them back. He's right, he just doesn't like the cockatoos and the kookaburras. Okay, this is the state of the cement mixer. So it's been completely dismantled. And the reason for that is every single bolt was on backwards. Some they had the bolts mixed around. There were parts not on it. There were several spacers that weren't on. There were caps for bearings that weren't on. I found 2 bolts that had the thread stripped. There were 2 braces that were swapped around, so that's why we couldn't get the thing to stop wobbling, and that was why we're just taking it apart in the reverse order, so it was a little safer. But absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be calling the company. All right, year 11 short lesson. They worked on their little boxes. There was a lot of kids out on an excursion, so I think I had 5. Year 12 got that section reassembled after completely dismantling it yesterday. The parts are on the right way. Like here, it's right and left. Company I bought it from was looking at it as right and left. So these braces and these braces were on the wrong way around. And it didn't matter what you did, it just wouldn't tighten up. But now, it looks a little crooked, but it will be a lot more stable now than what it was. And now it's lunchtime. So here's the rest of the mixer. So this section's going to be next. I think then the handles. I'm going to follow any instructions, but basically that, maybe the main spindle, then pulley on the back. Yeah, but we're going step by step, and the grip was working well. And like I said, that looks good. The only rattle in it is that slight bit of slop in the wheels. None in the frame anymore. All this from the bandicoots. Right here, they have just been digging like crazy. That's probably one of the deepest ones. Gotta throw it better, Dad. Good catch.